How unprofessional.
By the way, Denton, stay out of the ladies' restroom. That kind of activity embarrasses the agency more than it does you.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Tōkon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Okay, hello, good morning, everyone. How are you today on this lovely Wednesday morning, June 3rd, 2026? I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. So far, it's a nice day for me. It's my day off. Always started out. Mine now, a nice hot cup of coffee. So good day so far. So there seems to be a good bit of some gaming news this week. I wasn't expecting there to be last night or yesterday afternoon. There was the PlayStation State of Play, which I will not be subjecting you to. Not the full thing. Not really. They've already clipped out all of their trailers and stuff like that. So I was like, crap. They've gone and done a State of Play. I was almost debating launching a stream last night. But I was just like, I just didn't. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I saw, plenty of other people were kind of firing up and going for it. So I was like, what am I really going to add to the whole thing other than the old Joel, it stinks? I should probably get that as a clip. Anyway, I have seen that there are certain that like I said, the trailers have been all separated out. There are a few that there's some I just don't care for, just because never had an interest. And then some are just like, okay, well, I feel like I'll have to check it out. So I've got a couple that we'll be checking out today. But first, we got to do our nice little routine. Got to start it out as we always do, and that is with this day in gaming. Okay, so we are still hitting some oldies for some of these games, and and if it don't make you feel old, we got a couple here off the bat. Bird Week on the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was 40 years ago, 1986, on the Nintendo Entertainment System. And we have here Super Mario Brothers, The Lost Levels on the Famicom Disk System, 40 years ago, 1986. This is the one like this. You're always gonna. I'll always, Mario's where I started, but it was, as they point out here, also known as Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan. Originally released in Japan as Super Mario Bros. 2, this game has previously made only brief cameo appearances in the Western Hemisphere. Now available on the Virtual Console in all of its original splendor, Mario fans will appreciate the familiar look and feel of the game, while finding that its updated gameplay creates an entirely new challenge. No longer content to just wear different colored overalls, Mario and Luigi also possess different skill sets. Mario can stop quicker, Luigi can jump higher. That's where I guess we were starting to get some of those differences in how they perform, which, hey, I mean, push forward quickly like that, that's good. In addition to the classic enemies already known to fans worldwide, there are also poison mushrooms, backward warp zones, and the occasional wind gust, which can help or hinder your progress, to take into account. And if that's somehow not enough, expert players can go looking for the game's secret worlds. So get ready to put your Mario skills to the ultimate test and save the princess again. Just don't be surprised if she's in another castle. Sorry, I'm just making sure that music's just kind of loud enough. Okay. Now, the thing that I'm trying to recall, because I could have sworn, now, like I said, it was ported onto the virtual system, which, holy crap, look at something like that, and that already, this is like seeing Mario Maker levels or ROM hacks and stuff like that too, and it's just like, holy crap, I do not understand why you people do this. Because like I've never been one to go hunting down for stuff like that, but whew, I mean, that was certainly one way upping the challenge with some of these designs here. Like, holy, that would just, I'd be on edge, literally and figuratively. Let's see if we have anything else for this, just to kind of take a peek here, because I could have sworn. Now let me check on this. Because I could have sworn it was, I could have sworn like these were also put onto the Super Mario All-Stars. Because that's what I could have sworn how I remembered it. And now I'm just kind of looking this. Yeah, so I see here with the wiki page, Nintendo developed the Lost Levels after designing some of its levels in Nintendo versus System version of Super Mario Brothers. It was directed by Takashi Tezuka and designed for players who had mastered the original. Nintendo released it as a Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan on June 3rd, 1986. But Nintendo of America deemed it too difficult for the North American market and released an alternative Super Mario Bros. 2 in 88 instead. The original Mario Bros. 2 was retitled The Lost Levels for its inclusion in the 1983 Super Nintendo Entertainment System compilation Super Mario All-Stars, its first international release. It has been released for Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the Wii, Wii U, Nintendo 3DS, and Nintendo Switch. So there we go. We get a little bit more of just where the Lost Levels has been ported to beyond just the virtual system for Nintendo Switch. So there's some speed runs there. People are nuts. I guess we could take kind of a quick Fine, I didn't want to watch you anyways. Let's see here. I think it's getting sound. Hang on. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Just to kind of see some of it a little bit in action. Oh, where did I lose the... All I did was expand the damn thing. Now it's borked out on me. Hang on. We have hit technical difficulties. All because Fractured wanted to look at the pretty things. There we go. There we go. Well, that was silly. Anyways. So that was that. Let's see here. Gun Gauge on the PlayStation. That was 27 years ago. Worms World Party on the Dreamcast. Oh, very nice. 25 years ago, 2001. Endgame. Not familiar. Resident Evil Gaiden on the Game Boy Color. I can't say I ever played this. No, I haven't. I know I haven't. I only ever played a lot of the mainline stuff, usually. Basically, although I can say I've played 1, 2. I played a bit of 3, but I mainly ended up watching my brother play through Resident Evil 3, and I had played the hell out of Resident Evil 4. My brother and I both played Resident Evil 5, and I did play more of that with a buddy from work and stuff like that. So I played a lot of 4 and 5 for sure. I've played tons of 2. I'll always revisit 2. The original 2, the good 2. All right, so we experience a brand new chapter in Capcom's classic horror survival series, Resident Evil. Now a desperate fight for survival takes place aboard a luxury cruise liner overflowing with a host of deadly zombies. There is no escape as STARS operative Barry Burton. It's up to you to save Leon Kennedy. Oh. Rescue a young survivor named Lucia and disable a deadly bioorganic weapon. With countless traps to avoid, rooms to explore, puzzles to solve, and mysteries to uncover. Each lurking horror survived will take you closer to the source of the Resident Evil. Survival is your only option. There you go. There you go. Let's see how this one looks. Not bad little pixel art there. Do we get actual... Although this looks kind of funny. Let's see if there's any action. Is it here? Let's see. I'm trying to look for some gameplay here. Okay, I guess I don't know what I was expecting. But I didn't realize Barry had his own little adventure here. And especially to rescue Leon. That's funny. Oh, so does it go into like a kind of first-person-y mode when you're battling the zombies or shooting the zombies? That was interesting. Because otherwise, like, I see the kind of more typical third overview perspective. Well, there you go. Some Resident Evil Gaiden. Biohazard Gaiden, of course. Action, adventure, survival. Developer was M4 Limited, but published by Capcom. Huh. Gotcha. Let's see, does it have any... I'm just kind of curious just to see some of this. The Game Boy Color sound effects. It's kind of... Oh, it looks like you kind of have an alert system to let you know when you're finding items. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, so it looks like... Oh, it's like a little mini game, basically. So it looked like you had a little reticle that came out, and then you could get into basically like a gunfight. I was gonna say that sounds like kind of Resident Evil 2 sound effects for the zombies. But I don't know, that seemed kind of obnoxious with the way the reticle went back and forth, the way the little thing went back and forth like that. You probably had to like, it's a timed hit sort of system. Hang on, I want to kind of see that again. Except it looks like we have one a little bit further ahead. Oh, you can do it from a distance too. Look at that. Yeah, it seems like some timed hit. You gotta get those timed hits in. All right, I just had to check that out. Okay. After that, we've got Ultimate Fighting Championship Throwdown. 24 years ago, 2002, on the PlayStation 2. Crash Bandicoot Purple, Ripto's Rampage. I have not really played any of the Crash Bandicoots, really. I think I had one. I think I had the when we got the PlayStation 1. It was on a demo disc. I played a little bit of that, but never really checked out much of the Crash games. Same with Spyro here. So we have Spyro Orange, the Cortex Conspiracy also came out same time 22 years ago. Never played. I played a little bit of Spyro 1, but I don't think I ever got through the first stage. So I haven't played really, and it's kind of funny considering those were like the characters for PlayStation. But I was just more interested in going towards like Resident Evil 2, Final Fantasy 7, and then like it was on the demo disc, there was things like Armored Core that made us go, ooh, we got to get that. And then of course, eventually played Tekken and everything like that. And then of course we learned that we could get our PlayStation modded, and I started getting imports. So we got Dragon Ball GT Final Bout, Dragon Ball Legends, and Dragon Ball Ultimate Battle 22. That was the least favorite of the three. So, but yeah, kind of went off in other directions. Didn't really play oh, of course, we did also play like, you know, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, Metal Gear Solid 1. Played the hell out of that. So let's see here. What else do we got? DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda was 18 years ago. We got Grid 2008. Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures. Been a lot of Lego going on right now. I got through all three of the Lego Batman games. Specifically, the Lego Batman 1, 2, and 3. Got through those. Thanks to Spartacus, who had gifted me those games. And I do have some of the other Lego games. Like I did when it was really, really cheap on a sale. I did finally pick up the Skywalker Saga because James of Melee Games was really like, he really put that one over. So I'm like, all right. And I do have the original. I also had gotten the original version of the Lego Star Wars, I think, collection on Steam. So I have that as well. But then I do also have like the Lord of the Rings Lego games, because they were also like, there was like really cheap sales, and I've always heard people really talk up the Lego games. So, and after playing through, like properly sitting down and just playing through them, they're fun games. And even though like they're kids games and they're silly puzzles of all things, may stump me for longer than probably should have. But hey, that just adds to the fun of a live stream, right? Anyway, I'm not sure about the Lego Indiana Jones. I don't know what, so let's see. Lego Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures, takes the fun and creative construction of Lego and combines it with the wits, daring, and nonstop action from the original cinematic adventures that enthralled audiences everywhere. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and Last Crusade. I wonder if this one is like the first Lego Batman and it's silent. They're just like pantomiming instead of like voice acting. Or if they do have voice acting for this one. Let's see. Let me take a peek. Just out of a curiosity. What the fuck? Huh. Alright, anyway. Let's see. Original Adventures, Lego Indiana Jones. Huh. Well, I guess I could also just check the media here and see if what that gives us. Oh, it's a review. Yeah. Whoops. Let's see. I'm just curious about something. I just want to know if they actually, because I see voice actors listed for the game, but that doesn't mean that they did actual like voice work. Just maybe like their own like grunting and stuff like that. Does it have any? Trying to look for like scenes in this. Because yeah, I just hear that grunting sound effect, but that's trailer. Yeah, the trailer may not have what I'm looking for either. Let's see. Long play. Okay, let's. I'm not seeing like any real. Geez, for a long play, I was hoping for seeing some, what looks like at least some scenes. All I'm kind of getting is that's also. Oh wait, dang! I found. Well, I guess second I saw something. Okay, usually after some. Oh. Somebody put the figure together. I'm just trying to see if it's okay. Well, shit. Oh, it's on free play. I didn't see. Well, I think free play will still do the scenes, right? Okay, well that's okay. That just seems like they just seems like they kind of cut out the scenes. Oh, I'm spending too much time. Let's move on. Like I said, we do got some topics to go into today, so I want to get to those. Okay, so for the rest of this, we got Ninja Gaiden 2, 18 years ago. The Bourne Conspiracy, oh boy, 18 years ago. Summon Night, Twin Age. Knights in the Nightmare, oh, for the DS. Fairy Tail, Portable Guild, 16. Wow, Fairy Tail's been around for quite a while. I didn't realize. Marvel Heroes PC. So I looked at this just before the stream because I'm pretty sure I remember playing this when it was out, but I could it listed as a role-playing, massively multiplayer game. When I kind of remembered it more kind of like an action RPG sort of setup. Unfortunately, and I think this was kind of. I want to say I did play some of this. Now I'm like kind of unsure. Although it says I saw a re-release on that one screenshot. Cause I could have sworn I remember playing some of those. Let me double check. Hang on. Oop, let me switch that over really quick. Close that. So there's Marvel Heroes. Yeah, because it became Marvel Heroes Omega. And I see that listed as one of the also known as, but I didn't put a lot of time into it. I thought I put more time into it than that, but I guess I didn't. And it's delisted anyway, so I can't even bring it up on my through Steam, because that's where I have it. They even had, I see a screenshot here of the closing of the game. Well, shoot. Although it looks like if you go through the Steam and there's community guides for Marvel Heroes Omega, there might be an emulated server to still play the game. So there's that possibility, called Project Tahiti. Oh, thank God, believe in the plan. We're going to Tahiti. Sorry. But yeah, maybe I'll look into that later. That's interesting. That's Marvel Hero. We do have some. There will be. That's gonna be some Marvel stuff. Remember Me. I think I remember seeing this. Mainly the box art I remember seeing around, but never checked it out personally. So no recollection there. Murdered Sole Suspect. If I remember right, isn't this from like one of the original directors or something from the Resident Evil series? Or was that, I might be thinking of a different game. Yeah, I might be thinking of a different game. Okay. Boyfriend to Death. 2 years. Okay. Sakura Dungeon. Astalon Tears of the Earth. and Wing of Darkness. Well, and we have nothing releasing today. Not this time. Not this time, Rusty. So nothing on that front, but there you go. There is our day in gaming. We end them with two of them that were from 5 years ago and another two from 10 years ago. So, but we got our oldest 40 years. Hold on, let me look at Bird Week. What was Bird Week? Bird Week is an action game developed by Linar and published by Toshiba EMI, which was released in Japan in 1986. Oh, look at that. Okay, then. I saw this, like, well, that looks very, like, Super Mario-esque inspired. Okay, well, there you go. There is our week in gaming, folks. There we go. There we go. Okay, now as it stands, the question's gonna be, where do I start with some of these trailers here? Because I've got some stuff. Like I say, I'm looking at a few things. And it's just the debate, where do I start? Well, I'm not gonna. I don't care for God of War, the Luffy. Don't care, because it's all to do with the whole, Dad of Soy, God of Soy, whatever, the new God of War series. And I mean, I've never played the original God of War trilogy, so I've got nothing to go from there. I probably should play them one of these days, but I just haven't gotten to them. But otherwise, like, I saw the whole new God of War, and I think I watched some. Excuse me. I've watched some of I think I played a bit of a demo once. And then of course I just checked out the story, and I just could not be bothered. A lot of it seemed some of it seemed on rails a little bit, and kind of what the cinematic-y PlayStation games as they are now. I know I heard there's a little more gameplay done for the follow-up, but then the storyline gets seriously paused in that, and I'm just like, no thank you. But with this, so I already know that's off the table. But I've already seen some discussion happening with Wolverine, so I think we will start with Wolverine. They put an extended gameplay trailer out. So let's rip the Band-Aid on this one. Let's just see where this if it is what it is, I guess, but we'll see if it's as bad as some people are making it to be. So here we go. All right, let's pause this, make sure. Although we're not getting ratioed with the votes here, folks. I guess some of you are you're getting a little into your soyness with your Wolverine. Because let's face it's being done by the same people that did frickin' the Spooderman games. Yeah, Insomniac. So you're not gonna get their best. Hello, good morning, Joker. How are you, sir? We're just gonna be jumping into this Wolverine trailer here. Just making sure I got everything all set. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Because I know I also saw somebody say something about like a gore selection mode, which is like, what? But we'll see how this.
Let's see if we can find the one that got away. Redhead. Might be already late.
Who's voicing Wolverine?
Looks like she took off into the industrial park.
How do you not get Bloom for this?
All right, let's search the area.
That already kind, or even like the voice actor from the X-Men series. Joker is, oh, I'm suddenly overcome with I don't care. I don't blame you. And I don't think you're much of a gamer anyway, so that's probably part of it. But otherwise, I don't blame you. Oh, okay. I suddenly look, and Wolverine is rather drenched in some blood right now. How are they referring to this game? Because I don't find it on IMDb. Marvel's Wolverine. Is that just the one big change there? Marvel's Wolverine. Huh. I'm just trying to look on IMDb just to see, like, okay. But yeah, I'm rather surprised they don't have Steve Bloom voicing Wolverine, or like it is the voice actor. Let me get. The original from, well, I guess I don't know if he's the original, but Cal Dodd, the Wolverine from the animated X-Men series. Trained military members pay no attention to the guy in bright yellow. That is that I mean, that's the whole, the cognitive dissonance you're supposed to have when you're especially viewing cape shit. I mean, they always how many times I mean, I guess that's where was it the X-Force, his black and gray for their more for some of the stealthy operations and stuff, the wet work, as it were, might work better for him. Ah, dang it. I'm trying to just get something really quick. Marvel's voice cast. Okay, there. Now it shows I put in Wolverine originally. Victor Creed, James Logan, Liam McIntyre. Oh, he was in Spartacus. He voiced JD Phoenix in Gears of War 4. Oh no, he was in Star Trek Lower Decks. Hitman's favorite show. Okay, so he's done. Okay, but it looks like he's also been in like some Hallmark tier movies. Okay, so I was just curious. At least you're aware of it. Joker saying, "Who am I to comment? I talk about, analyze pro wrestling." Some of the people with the who's managed to somehow surprise people in the most obvious ways. You just can't help when it comes to stuff like this. So you just can't help but just kind of go, "This seems a little silly," even though, like, you know, it's just one of those things that just occurs. All right, let's get back to this. Oh, there we go. So wait, did the blood come off of him because he was in that little puddle, or was that just what happens? It just eventually fades off like that. Oh! I mean, so far the action isn't looking half bad. Although I don't really see them being turned into meatsicles. Like, I might have to play the X-Men Origins Wolverine game again just to see like what that game did. I also know like Wolverine can get freaking brutalized himself. I just forget if that also happens to the enemies, like you take off limbs and stuff like that. 'Cause that's it. Wait. So hang on, I gotta go back a bit. So this clown with like some cybernetics on his face and shit, face painted, wasn't he just the one calling the little mutants freaks? I mean, I don't think you got much room to talk there, bro. That's just silly. Oh, okay. Joker points out that's the new X fabric, self-cleaning. That would all make sense. You know, that one's maybe Mr. Fantastic, that he's designed something with the outfits for other superheroes that'll do that, and you know, especially for somebody like Wolverine that is just drenched in gore half the time. I can see that. Oh, there we go. We got some limbs being removed, but that was in the cinematic scene. Oh, here. What is it with them and damaging redheads, man? Like, come on. Stop uggifying them. Probably run of the Reavers. Huh. I mean, partly the face. Like, I first saw it, I was like, wait, did they just import the model for Mary Jane from the Spider-Man game for Jean Grey here?
Don't worry. We're not going anywhere.
Exactly, Joker. Stop the ginger side. Stop it. Oh, I didn't even see when his back got busted open. You can tell when he's gone, feral? Wolverine is like in a permanent feral mode. What are you talking about? Mary Jane Grey. Hey, Blurn, how's it going?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, now that's unfortunate. In the scenes, I think he should still be battle damaged because we aren't seeing, because he got it. Oh, Deborah Wilson again. God damn it, dude. I mean, kudos to her fucking agent that keeps getting her work, but god damn, could we stop? Plus, isn't that a goddamn race swap for that character? God damn it, dude. I mean, I already had low expectations for this game because it's Insomniac, but yeah, like, I could have sworn he had yeah, because like all the battle damage he just had is now removed from the scenes, which is really disappointing. I think that's the sort of stuff he should keep in the scenes just to kind of Yeah, because he had a... I guess so. Self-cleaning and self-repairing fabric, says Flern. Well, no, I I understand he has mutant healing, but it doesn't mean his mutant healing factor also heals his clothing. I mean, come on. Unless Wolverine really has hit a new stage of his evolution, then I guess his healing factor is extended to clothing. Yeah, that's that. Like he was looking insanely battle damaged for that moment there, which looked cool. But then through what? Just some button pressing, it's like, oh, magically healed. Like, holy shit. And then just through the sheer magic of what, mutant healing, there goes his because I know, like, in the X-Men Origins Wolverine game, I think the only thing that maybe did kind of do the repair thing was his was maybe pants, but like otherwise torso. Once he lost, I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, once he lost the shirt and stuff, that was it. And then it was just like called. Then it looked really cool when he got all battle damaged, and you'd see the healing factor kick in. And the whole self-repairing and stuff like that. That part was really cool with that game. But then at least I think kept the battle damage and stuff more than just a button combo moment even here. Lauren says, I suppose if you skin him and make his suit out of Wolverine leather, maybe then. Like I said, maybe Mr. Fantastic cooked something up. Who knows? Oop. Like, I understand players would want to keep him in the suit and everything, but at the same time, it's like, I almost think that'd be like a way of like for people to want to try and not be so careless to keep the suit more intact if they played a little more tactically. I mean, I know you're playing Wolverine here and all, but like, come on. I think Wolverine learned to fly for a second there. So they know when to keep the suit torn for certain scenes. Did we have like a ghetto Deadpool? Oh, we got some sentinels there. Oh, probably just a nondescript ninja. Never mind. Not Deadpool. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Joker with your back is hamburger after being dragged like that.
Some folks can't wait to die.
September 15th, 2026. Some of the action didn't look half bad for the game. I still just have no strong desire because on top of it, from what I understood now, the PlayStation, Sony, they've gone full back to being like exclusive. They're no longer gonna be putting their games on PC. So even if I wanted to, I won't have any way to play the game anyways, because I'm not getting a PlayStation 5 anytime fucking soon. It's certainly not just for this goddamn game. Not after what I've already, know with Insomniac and their games and their storylines. I don't care what anybody says. Even if that first Spider-Man game of theirs had subversive nonsense. So, Joker, thanks for dropping by, buddy. Saying already back to work. See you tonight in the chat. Toodles. Have a great day, sir. Flurn, that ninja is so disrespected right now. He just looks like now he just like once you actually pay attention, like, oh, it's just a nondescript ninja. That's probably all it is. I don't know. Like, again, so let me I'm kind of curious just to kind of see gameplay again from it was already in there as a search. So let's we'll take a look here at some of the different skins really quick for Wolverine's healing factor, because we just saw it on full display for the new Insomniac's Wolverine game, so we got some context already from that. And now we can go back to this. So we'll be checking this out. The X-Men Origins Wolverine game. Okay, like I said, I'll be fair here. We'll compare and contrast a bit. Full torso for full chest removal. It's gradual. It's not like immediate or anything. There we go. Here's one of this. Here's in one of the outfits. So we'll kind of see how that. Now the thing is, these. So this will be possibly me, possibly, I'm trying to think of the right phrase here, but maybe making excuses because, like it is, you don't get, these aren't skins that you normally play as in game. Like that's basically how you play through the game looking like. So now it's like, okay, like you're doing another playthroughs and stuff like that. You've earned the skins or whatever, unlocked them, if I remember right. So that's also where this is gonna be kind of different. So we'll see what actually happens, because I got a feeling it's gonna end up restoring the suit. But we'll see what happens here. Yep, it's already started to repair the suit on his back. Which that could have been actually some good extra detail for this game at the time. And I'll be critical. You know, for even though you're wearing these suits, to actually have that where, because when he repaired himself here, I don't believe his tank top repaired. Yeah, he's just bare chested now. And again, like it is, yeah, his I think, did his pants get ripped up? Apparently his pants are like Hulk's. They're indestructible. Oh no, there it is. They're repairing too. Which, like I said, I can kind of understand the pants idea, but like then the rest of them there. And again, like I said, possibly making excuses for it, just because these are the skins are more something fun to go back through the game in, and those repair. They didn't design them to, you know, to do the same thing like the regular in-game look, because once you do like lose parts of the clothing in-game, that's it. But this is for just like wearing the extra suits. But like I also just said, again, that could have been a great thing if they had actually incorporated that and did the same thing. But developers be developers sometimes. So again, like I said, with the Wolverine game, I just if it was coming to PC, I would, you know, look into it, as it were. But I don't have any strong desire for it anyways. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, it's just, I'd rather go. I'd probably go back first and go replay through the X-Men Origins Wolverine game before I'd bother with this new Wolverine game personally. But that's me. I mean, I prefer going back and enjoying old games, appreciating what we've already gotten and stuff like that. So, oh well. Cutscenes might have covered up regeneration in the new game too. Well, in the new game, they did show that. Like, one of the scenes before he got to the kids, after the battle damage, it was already, shirt and everything was already repaired and he was no longer battle damaged. It was only then in that future cutscene that the battle damage on the suit itself stayed. But even prior to that, like, the suit kept regenerating along with Wolverine. So again, at least we checked it out. Like I said, the action, the action and combat didn't look half bad. Even with Jean Grey being thrown into the mix, like there were some, it looked like some interesting combos thrown in there. But we'll keep on the Marvel side of things, as there was an updated, I think, roster too for Marvel's Tōkon, which is the Marvel's Tōkon Fighting Souls, which I believe is the one being done by, oh god, why am I forgetting their name now? Hang on, let me see if it's in the description really quick. Knock it off. It's the same company that did like Dragon Ball Fighter Z and stuff. Arc System Works, yeah. Arc is doing this one. Their thing seems to be fighting games, so they're kind of, you know, now they got Marvel under their belt. So let's take a look at what they've added for Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls. We got Knights of Doom trailer. Okay.
Actions are worth more than any word. And the greatest action is to fight. You have defeated so many.
So is that supposed to be like a new character just designed for this specifically? I mean, that was like kind of the neat thing what they did with the Dragon Ball Fighter Z. They brought in and had a new android basically designed and brought in and did a kind of bit of a fresh storyline. I actually liked it. I thought it was a good little, you know, change up than just going through the usual sagas. Although we did, you know, we got Cell, we got some of the Saiyans returning, Frieza, and everything, and then what it turned out to be. I thought it was pretty fun though. I liked what they did with the storyline, and of course the combat was pretty smooth and pretty fun. But I'm guessing that but then I won't profess to be a deep knowledge guy on Marvel, so maybe this guy is in the comics and stuff like that, and I don't know him because I also don't follow a lot of current Marvel stuff.
You have defeated so many. You've defeated whole worlds, but you've never fought Doom. Let me show you.
Doom.
You're a genius, Doom. Your works are mere trinkets. My genius is endless. And now my turn. You made promises, Doom, and those promises shall be kept.
This violence will solve nothing, Eric.
Got Doom, Magneto, but what about Cerebro? You need Magneto and Cerebro. Green Goblin.
You look a little angry, bug.
Guess that makes sense when they included Spider-Man for this.
Time to stop laughing, Gobby.
That all you got? Bumped away.
Oh, and we're throwing Carnage into the mix, huh? Instead of Venom. Guess that's a bit of a change for once.
Moment has come. Attack! No mercy.
Let me do it. I'll fuck you up. Don't be greedy. It's mine.
Although I'm not gonna lie, like watching some of, and I mean symbiotes and stuff like that, but I mean watching some of Carnage's moves here is just making me think of still Venom from like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. Like going back here. Like I said, symbiotes and stuff like, he just then like for his attacks comes up with more blades and everything, more instruments of.
Knights of Doom, destroy them! Feel my
Man, everybody's picking on Spider-Man. Whoa, okay, that's gnarly. So is this our so let's see, we got here full digital PS5 or PC game. Year one, of course, they've already got. I can't stand this about new freaking games. We're all. Can't we just launch a game without this sort of roadmap tier bullshit? Can we just get the full roster off the bat? Include these characters from day one instead of year one. Characters in stage pass includes 4 characters in one stage post launch. Pre-order now to get your bonus. This it's just all so tiresome. Like I said, this is just especially just what hang on, where was it? Available August 6th, 2026. This is just still what annoys the shit out of me. Like, come on. Like the bonus bonus costumes, like have those as unlockables. beat the game as the characters, unlock costumes and stuff like that. Have that. I mean, Jesus Christ. Look at the roster of things like Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And then they had everything built into the game to unlock more, to unlock skins, to unlock characters. Stuff like that. Yeah, pre-order now and get part of the game later, says Flern. This is why I just end up looking at more. I have gotten more and more now into at least looking into indie games, but also why I'll try and look at mods and stuff, what people are doing with older games that are already complete. But then when people mod them, then it's just like getting a little extra, little dash of something, like a little bit of extra flavor to your game. This is just bullshit. Like, there's a part of me that, and I won't lie, because I am the eternal sucker for Dragon Ball. I did get Fighter Z. I think I got the pass with it and everything. So I can't exactly be so, because especially I would say it feels like a Japan thing, especially with their fighting games that they do this, but this is being done with Western slop too. I mean, even with what was it, Killer Instinct, and that got I picked up Killer Instinct on sale, the new iteration and stuff like that. I picked it up on sale, and then it's loaded up with basically mobile game tier ads to upgrade the version of the game that you got, get more, get different characters, more characters, or whatever. And I tapped. I was like, piss off. No. And I refunded the game. So it's not, it's just, I just want games to be complete. That's, if it's a success, then yeah, if you want to add on later, Jesus Christ. Let me bring it up. Because yeah, this was once upon a time. If it'll come on, don't be shy now.
Marvel versus
So yeah,
Marvel versus Capcom 2. You made promises, dude.
Oh, shut up. So, like I said, which one is which? I'll close that one. Bring this one over. Okay.
Hi, you're supposed to play.
So just this was Marvel vs. Capcom 2's roster. And no, not all of it, if I remember right, is unlocked like this. You play through the game, you earn points and stuff like that, and you can unlock, I think, some of the side characters and stuff like that. Either the ones up here or above, because I believe that there's Bone Claw Wolverine, there's Adamantium Claw Wolverine, which does a little more damage, and you can earn those characters. But otherwise, you had such a beefy roster from the word go. Where is that? And you didn't, and that was at least a cool thing. The whole point then was to play through more of the game to unlock things in the game. I mean, I know, like I said, not all fighting games were perfect either. I mean, there were plenty of certainly some bad ones back in the day, but I mean, we did get stuff like this. And then people wonder why some of us are so grouchy with what happens with new games. Well, this is the sort of stuff we used to get on average. especially when they had big rosters like this. I mean, even regular things like Mortal Kombat. Like once we got to Mortal Kombat 2 expanded the roster. Mortal Kombat 3 expanded the roster. And that was all by default. Yes, then they started getting into different iterations. When it comes to Mortal Kombat, we then had Ultimate Mortal Kombat, expanded the roster. Mortal Kombat Trilogy was kind of like the penultimate end of the 2D fighting era for Mortal Kombat, and that like had everything from their previous games practically. Especially then if you got like the PlayStation version, had a bigger roster, especially then the boss characters. They had Goro and Kitoro available, while the N64 didn't. And two different characters. There's Chameleon with a K and Chameleon with regular C. The Chameleon with the K was the female version. The regular Chameleon was the male version, and they took on, the attributes of the ninjas for the two different sexes, and that's how they worked that one out. But I mean, it's just like the games had the full rosters, they had the full thing going. It's just frustrating. Like, even as, potentially cool as this Marvel fighting game looks, and maybe for some it'll fill the itch for people, but it's just unfortunate because I hate when you already get bogged down with, pre-order now just to get what we already had in the works. It's probably there's going to be people that's going to crack the game and find the code for the characters that's already in there. Like I said, it's also tiresome, man. Just seeing stuff like I said, I probably have no leg to stand on with this because I have gotten some of the Dragon Ball fighting games. And they have certainly done this from the word go. But this has caught me. This is like, really? Come on, guys. So. Well, that's bizarre. What the heck? Oh. Boom. And hello, New York, Florida man. How are you doing today? Saying, yo, top of the morning, Wood fellas. How's it going? Florence said they have to make a calendar and map just to explain how they're ripping you off. Yeah, like seriously. Yeah, now the game unlocks your wallet, says Florence. It was just. I don't know how quickly I could find it, but it was just supposed to be a meme. It was a joke where it's, hang on, let me see if I can find it really quick. Because I have a meme where it's, but I mean, it was also taking a dig at EA because, this is the sort of thing you would expect from them. It'd probably be faster if I just Google searched it. Yeah, like I mean, this is more or less what I was thinking. Like just this, like that. Just take plug right in, plug your damn credit card right to the damn controller, and just take your freaking money. Like that's where we might as well be at this point. But the way things are going, it's like it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I hate to give EA ideas, but it's like, fucking hell, man. Anyway, that was Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls. Pre-order now and get characters that should already be in the game. Let's see here. What else did we have from this? I think they've added more another trailer. Paw Patrol Dino World. Huh. Well, that wasn't the dinosaur I had in mind, so. Let's see here. Well, I'm kind of curious about this, so let's take a. And this might encourage me also to play the original. Although I don't know if this is a new. Oh no, this is an all new entry. Okay, so yeah, here we're gonna have here. Onimusha, Way of the Sword. This is the 5th trailer for this. And they do say in the description here, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, an all-new entry in the Onimusha series, plunges the Oni gauntlet-wielding protagonist, Miyamoto Musashi, into an early Edo period Kyoto under siege by monstrous fiends known as Genma. Feel the ring of steel on steel as blades clash in a tense back and forth duels. Cut down foes with authentic and satisfying swordplay. Awaken Oni powers to pull off superhuman feats. All these elements combine to deliver an unprecedented swordplay action experience you will not want to miss. So, when it comes to Onimusha, I know it was not a easygoing game. I remember it being kind of difficult, but I'm wondering if it might take on now a more Souls-like approach, just because we know those games have been. Because even the original Onimusha, as I remember, was kind of a more. It was like a hack and slash. I don't know if I want to say tank controls. I want to say you moved around more fluid than that. But it's been a long time since I've played the original Onimusha, and I might have to dig that one up again and play it. So, but let's take a look at this new entry to the Onimusha series. Who would have thought that Onimusha would make a comeback like this?
Doesn't matter. A beast isn't far from an Oni, you know.
You do well to follow his example.
I thought you'd see the appeal, Musashi. That castle on the mountain.
Musashi, I sense Genma. Prepare yourself. No ordinary Genma can move.
Oh, that looked cool.
I doubt this area was designed to welcome visitors. The castle's owner must be terribly cautious.
I am Sultan Torti. Miyamoto Musashi. The fool who seeks strength, yet rejects the power of the Oni. You shame yourself, child. Witness my plight. If you live by the sword, fighting is everything. So you've lost. Will you swap the sword for a trowel? Like hell I will. No. What then? Are you going to start taking human souls? If human souls are what it takes.
Uh-oh.
If that's the path he walks, I will follow.
Musashi going over to the dark side?
Oni departed. Give me every ounce of power that you have. In return.
Then get going, Onimusha.
Damn, that look kind of. Hang on. That it just cuts so quick that it goes right to that. But that little demon form of it looks pretty gnarly. Oh, here we go. Huh. Way of the Sword. I'm trying to remember too, because I feel like there was. Has it always been? Let's see here. I'm just trying to find. I mean, I won't deny the game does look incredibly cool, and I'm wondering if it's going to be on. I imagine it's going to be on PC as well. Oh yeah, it's already got a Steam page for it.
Doesn't matter. A beast isn't far from an Oni.
Oh, they have the new trailer on the Steam page. Oh, but of course, this is where one of the problems comes in when it comes to, sadly, with PC gaming, and particularly a lot of the big companies. Oh, and of course they got, pre-order bonuses. They have this sword appearance, sealed curse, and a little lion dog charm. Look at that. Look at that. Silly little pre-order stuff. But, really quick here, like I was saying, this is the problem though that we get into when it comes to the PC side of things, and this system in particular, which I believe we've gone over. But I follow this curator on Steam, and the curator's called Denuvo Watch, and unfortunately, yes, there we go. Incorporates third-party DRM Denuvo anti-tamper, 5 different PC within a day machine activation. Uses the anti-cheat software Denuvo. I mean, now they're getting a little more, at least, much more adding on that little announcement for it. Uses Denuvo proof from Steam store page. So that's the unfortunate thing when it comes to the PC side. And I mean, basically, when you're already working with consoles that themselves are their own kind of Denuvo, their own locked-in software. Dang it! All I was doing was moving things around just a little bit. Suddenly, my microphone falls off. But that's it's just more of this restrictive thing with the PC side. Unfortunately, you got so this'll and. Capcom has done this with a lot of their games. A lot of their games has Denuvo. I generally try and avoid it. I've been waiting for one of the Yakuza games to drop its Denuvo. So I'm waiting on that. But because eventually they do drop the Denuvo for some games, they'll drop it. I believe Capcom's dropped it for some. Hopefully, and it looks like also they do have a demo that you can check out. And the thing with the problem with Denuvo is that it has been known to cause additional problems, additional optimization problems for the games that are running. So you sometimes run into those sort of problems with that software, and sometimes it causes no problems at all. It can just vary from time to time. If I'm, being fair here, because without realizing it, I know I have gotten a couple of games that do have de novo. It's like the Jurassic Park games, but who knows? Maybe if they had removed it, maybe it would have run better in certain regards. But that's that unfortunate side for the PC side, and I know some people are very vehemently against getting any games with that, and it'll usually keep me from doing it unless I do get a little fussy and I dive into the game. I won't deny I do that sometimes. It happens. But yeah, so let's see, because okay, so yeah, let me see if this is the remake or remaster of the original. Let's see if this has it. Okay, no, DRM and the Enigma Protector. Huh. Different sort of DRM. Let's see. I want to bet their Requiem probably has de novo. Yep. Got the de novo right there for that. But I want to see if they do have removed it from some other games. I don't know if the Marvel vs. Capcom ever had it. Okay, this doesn't have. So like I'm pretty sure it probably had it initially, but dropped it. So like I said, sometimes some of their games they will drop the de novo and remove it, and like other companies will just keep it on there for as long as humanly possible. So that, like I said, from what we got out of that, it seemed mostly storyline stuff that they were kind of diving into. We got a little bit of gameplay out of it, just from even just like the quick little battles and kind of some of the movements here. It looks good, looks fun, looks like it could be fun.
Designed to welcome visitors. The castle's owner must be terrible.
It's been a long time since I've played the Onimusha games again, so I may have to check it out. I'll just have to go back and play some of the originals again. Otherwise, I mean, who knows? It could be a blast, and like it is, there's the demo out there available, so you can check that out for the. I believe because they also have the trailer here on the PlayStation page, where you can where they advertise the demos out. So it's on PlayStation. I know we just saw it on Steam, so you can check out the demos there. Okay, I think we'll check out one more trailer and then go on from there. I just gotta check something really quick. Okay, yeah. So this is the game that I do remember playing the original versions back on PlayStation 2. At least I'm pretty sure that was the original, where it first came out. But this game, this had shocked some people out there that were also hoping for a new game to drop. And their prayers were answered. Will it be for the best, or will it be not? That's always the big question when it comes to bringing back old franchises. But here we go. So this is we got Stuntman Hollywood, and I only saw a screenshot of one particular car, and already I'm like, I think I could be in. But yeah, so even Stuntman is the name of two action adventure racing games. One was developed by Reflections Interactive for the PlayStation 2, and the other was by Velez and Dubail for the Game Boy Advance, with both being published by Infogrames under the Atari brand name. So that's the one that I remember playing on the PlayStation 2. But here we go. We've got a new announcement trailer for this. If it'll... Okay, there we go. It keeps wanting to start. Knock it off. Okay, here we go. Let's get on over to this one. Let's check this out. Family, yo. So we're gonna get some Miami Vice going here? Oh shit. Shit, I'm fucking in. I said it on X. You give me back, especially Back to the Future design DeLorean. I'm possibly fucking in, boys.
Okay, I think we got it. Yep, roll playback.
Jesus Christ. If they've got these licensed freaking cars off the bat, holy shit, man. Like that's cool. Like I said, I'm a stupid mark for Back to the Future. You give me Back to the Future, DeLorean, I'm usually freaking in. Cause I'm trying to remember cause I know like the whole thing was like they set you up, you'd have to try and hit the marks, and I mean of course you got like a score for how well you performed the stunts and stuff like that. So let's even right here. And I won't lie and say I don't remember there being much of a story. But let's even kind of take a look at here's some gameplay for the PCSX2 even. Nice. But we'll hang on, let me bring that on over. I won't lie. I mean, it could be, I mean, just could be kind of cool to, and it's just, there's still always the risk of bringing back old IPs. You never know what's going to happen with this stuff. Although the one thing I'm guessing the armored up car was supposed to be Mad Max, but I mean, that might have been something else entirely too. All right. So here's some of the original.
Probably hitting about 60. If the truck clips me, it's anybody's guess where it spins me.
Just to kind of get into the gameplay aspect really quick.
This movie's a gangster comedy. Two hopeless small-timers up against the police and gangland kingpin the dentist. One of the leads, Vince, is trying to get across town for a pickup, but he's already late. I'll have constant radio communication with the director for every stunt I do. Time to get on set.
Just to kind of give you an idea of how this. Now it may not be the exact same as what they're. Yeah, I remember this. Because Because also, as I recall too, it would do like a replay, and you kind of got to watch it back performing the whole stunts.
Hit the boxes. Through the gap. Hit the boxes. Break. And cut.
You've earned a new car. A new arena toy. Ooh. More arena toys. Okay, so you saw there was the view replay. Now that I would have liked to have seen. Why is this the most watched spot? Oh, it's pointing at. Now I'm using a PAL version. It works like a charm, but this version still got. Okay. Like I was just kind of more curious if they would show off the. But this is kind of showing off also the demonstration of the PCSX too. But that's the gist of how it'll possibly play. It might be a little different though. But like I said, you give me Back to the Future car, I'm in. Hopefully it's good though. Hopefully they're gonna, because it's been I'm trying to remember if there was more if they did more games. Let me see here. Was it really just the one? I could have sworn there was like a Stuntman 2. PlayStation 2 version received mixed or average reviews. Maybe there wasn't then. I could have sworn there was. I don't know why, but... Well, that's interesting that then they choose to kind of bring back this sort of well, not like critically acclaimed big hit game that got multiple sequels. Oh wait, no, here, Stuntman Ignition. Here we go. That was on the Xbox. It looks like Stuntman Ignition is the sequel to the video game Stuntman for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and 2, and mobile phones. Xbox 360 demo was released on the Xbox Live Marketplace. So they did have... Okay, so in... In it, they do parody Dukes of Hazzard. They have an A-Team sequence, Starsky and Hutch, James Bond, and Tim Burton's '89 Batman movie. Okay, I gotta find that really quick. Hang on. Because they even they do Dante's Peak as well, but I'm more curious about the Night Avenger, as they call it. Let's see. All right, here's just a little like quickie, or is this just the scene? So I want to see this. Okay. Maybe they did like the replay record. So here we go. Oops.
What's possessed you?
Fear. Rage.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
God. It looks more like the modern Batman Batmobile. Hang on, I want to try and see if I can find yeah, here we go.
Mr. Reitman's been directing since '67. He's incredible.
They call him Mr. Hollywood.
Thanks, Sarah.
Mr. Hollywood.
Enough, Sarah. Jack, coffee, and ring Murphy at Pyramid.
Yes,
Sarah, go with him.
Got it.
What is she?
Anyway, you've heard of Night Avenger, right? Huge comic book. Well, we're making that. Fans screamed for it for years, but it was trapped in development hell. But when I told Pyramid I wanted it, they jumped at the chance.
I didn't get paid to work here.
I've got Murphy on the line, sir.
Great. Tell him I'll call him back in 40 seconds. You've got a decent resume. Aftershock, Overdrive, Whoopin' 2. Right. That Baxter screw-up and his friends. What a mess. Can't believe it grossed 200 mil.
Mr. Reitman's last film grossed 600.
That's true, Sarah. She's great with numbers.
Wardrobe's got a problem with latex suits, sir. Too much room in here.
I'm too big.
All right, let's. So we got other sequences going on, not just with the full car. It looks like we got the motorcycle as well. The main thing that this is going to hinge on is how well the control schemes are and how well the cars and vehicles handle, because that's going to be a major factor for the new game. So I'm wondering if it walk through. Oh, then it's the movie trailer. So then that's probably where then you see all the replay of the effects and stuff like that. Okay, so that's about what you're gonna probably expect from this new game. Like it was just announced, so I'll probably be keeping a bit of an eye on it just to see. Hopefully, also I didn't even look. Let's see. Okay, so it will also be on Steam. I'm adding that to my wish list. I do not see at this time. So here we go. At this time, we do not see anything of Denuvo or any of the sort of anti-cheat software. But yeah, become Hollywood's most sought-after stuntman, perform explosive scenes inspired by blockbuster movies, defy danger, and drift your way to stardom. Why am I suddenly not able to scroll? Ah! World's biggest blockbusters take on the iconic, inspired by fan favorite Universal Pictures films by NBC Universal, TV shows like Fast and the Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider, Miami Vice. Okay, so it was in Death Race. That was Death Race. Okay. Stuntman Hollywood puts you behind the wheel to pull off death-defying stunts, always style. Chain together jumps, drifts, and near misses as chaos unfolds around you, hitting every mark with precision. Rise through the ranks to become Hollywood's most in-demand stunt performer, unlocking new challenges, vehicles, and increasingly ambitious set pieces as you prove your mastery behind the wheel. Chase perfection and cement your reputation as a true legend on the screen. And we're also kind of, I think this is just clipped out from the trailer, but this was all happening so fast in the trailer. Looks like I'm wondering what version of Back to the Future this is. What the heck? Oh, they're gonna do the. Okay, that looks great. Ah, shit. Drive the icons, get behind the wheel of legendary vehicles like KITT and the Time Machine, alongside a roster of high-speed supercars, muscle cars, and agile motorcycles built for precision, speed, and spectacle. Every vehicle is designed to push your mastery to the limits. Well, there you have it, folks. Stuntman almost done this again. What are you doing to me? Anyways. Not gonna lie, that one did kind of tickle my fancy a bit. Hopefully, again, as always, hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's... Oh, god dang it. It made me close everything out. But... I'll be keeping an eye on that one. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'll be keeping an eye on that one. No. Okay, so... This is, it's kind of, I guess it'd be kind of, well, actually, you know what? Before I do dive into this, I'll be back in just one hot minute. I gotta go and get a refresher on my coffee and just hit the restroom really quick. So I'll be right back in a jiffy. Okay. All right. So this next thing we're going to be going into here, I found off of X, thanks to an account called Indie Game Joe. Indie Game Joe. I'm Joe, a former painter and decorator turned award-winning video game marketing consultant. Love sharing indie games. So this, he says, this indie dev is making a handyman simulator set in the Stone Age where you literally help cavemen. Use a dinosaur to mow lawns and move heavy loads, open world repair contracts, upgrade your home and workshop. Would you play this? It's called Primal Repairs. And it already does have a Steam page, and as you're probably kind of noticing something here, it's got a certain look to it. It's got a certain look to it. But here we go. Got it here on the Steam page, and we are now gonna take a look at this. Oh. There we go. The next day. So I think this is probably what works best for it. It's basically got got your kind of Flintstones-esque feel here. Which is probably like, you know, and it's not saying it's such, but it's you can see the inspiration, the paying homage to it, right? Oh, look at him. He's all curled up in that back there. Now they're kind of showing off where you see different repair jobs and stuff like that, I'm guessing, or little story events. Dinosaurs just roaming about. Mansion service. Oh, hey, hang on, let me go. I want to see that. To-do list. Mow the lawn, craft new chairs, and fix the fountain. Oh, poor little guy. Oh, it broke his tooth. I wonder how often that could potentially happen. I wonder what you dig out bones. Craft bone chairs. Oh, and place it. A little simple, but I guess it's effective there. Fountain switch. Why couldn't they have done that? Did they really need the handyman for that part of it? Even you get to write on the... That's Primal Repairs. Coming soon, it says. I've already got it wishlisted. I'm interested in it. But yes, for the extra about this game, step into prehistoric world where being a handyman is the job of the future. In Primal Repairs, you play as a craftsman who can fix absolutely anything. An open world full of absurd contracts awaits you, cavemen in need, and dinosaurs that serve not only as pets but also as tools of the trade. Explore the sprawling Stone Age city, take on increasingly bizarre repairs, and upgrade your home and workshop. Jump into your car, visit new districts, and tackle jobs that demand creativity, strength, and a touch of prehistoric ingenuity. Discover the exciting primal world. Your loyal Veli, I'm guessing Velociraptor, follows you and gladly lends a hand or a claw. He can replace a jack, a drill, or even a hammer. Just give him the signal and he'll get the job done. Watch him haul heavy loads with those tiny, funny little arms. Animals are your tools. Key features: 20 dinosaur species. Use them for mowing the lawn, heating up food, or carrying heavy loads. It's an open world, so travel by car, explore districts, and discover new repair contracts. Prehistoric vibe, a civilization that evolved in its own funny way. Full of quirky devices and dino machines. As long as you take care of them. Are you ready to take on the challenge of the ultimate Stone Age handyman? Primal Repairs will grab you like Tyrannosaurus seizing its prey. So we got AI generated content disclosure. The developer describes how their game uses AI generated content like this. AI was used to generate the backgrounds, music for the game's trailer. No AI generated content is present in the gameplay itself. So there you have it. Just search for it, Primal Repairs on Steam. You'll be able to find it here. Like I said, I've got it wishlisted. I'm curious to see this game to come when it comes to completion order. I would imagine at some point it might hit early access. We'll see. We'll see what it gets to. I'll be definitely keeping an eye on it. But there's at least a neat little creative new style of life, like it says, life sim, immersive sim, 3D simulation, sandbox, all that little stuff. Let's see if the game company, let's see if they've done anything else. Okay, they've done extreme cleaning simulator. Oh, that's to be announced. So they're also doing an extreme cleaning simulator. My main focus though was on the dinosaurs. I'm all about the dinosaurs. Give me the Primal Repairs. So like I said, I'm curious to see what this will look like at the end. Hopefully it'll be another fun one, much like a Retro Rewind. We shall see. But otherwise, there we go. There we have it. Okay. Always fun finding little stuff like that. And like it's certainly, it's been, as I've dived more and more, it's been interesting to try and find more indie titles that kind of hit a certain itch and niche, just to see what's being created. And again, like it is when it comes to indie titles, you gotta be also just as careful sometimes. They are not adverse to their own kind of subversive messaging and stuff like that, so always be cautious, beware what's being done. But I can't imagine much for that, so hopefully it's all on the up and up, and it'll be a good time for the repair. They have simulators for everything now. My God, I was just scrolling really quick because I'm gonna start looking for something else really for the other topic. But as I was scrolling down, this guy, the Indie Game Joe, and there's even a freaking tattoo removal simulators being developed. Like, what the heck? It's funny. It's funny. It's wild. It's all these simulators in particular. It's just so funny what they cook up. And for what will probably be the last topic today. Ooh, I'm gonna have to eventually dive into the whole stop killing games again. It's been a while, but there's been a lot happening. But I think I might have to save that for like a full program. Anyway, here I saw this game here thanks to Niche Gamer, called Unleash Your, it's called You Are the Monster, but unleash your inner kaiju in You Are the Monster. Everybody wants to level a city skyline like Godzilla. There isn't a person on Earth who hasn't fantasized about terrorizing the townsfolk like King Kong or the Mothman, or any number of fictional giant monsters. If you suggest otherwise, you're only kidding yourself. No, I would never. I once upon a time as a child thought Godzilla was a giant robot. I wanted to take it and use it to destroy cities. I wanted to do just that. You say that, Flern, but I think there might be a Jesus simulator out there, but I could be wrong. I wouldn't surprise me at this point. Anyways, back to this. You Are the Monster is an indie game set for release this summer, and the title is very self-explanatory. Developed by Joshua Hughes, this title sets you loose to create havoc as a wide variety of giant creatures, each with their own distinct strengths and abilities. This game is all about letting loose and finding serenity in the violence, chaos, and demolition. There's no beating around the bush, unless of course that's how you dream of unleashing your kaiju's powers. This game gets right to the point and allows its players to destroy purely for the sake of it. The gameplay loop is straightforward from the jump, setting you free to destroy in the hopes your monster will level up just so you can destroy some more. You Are the Monster is scheduled to release soon on PC via Steam and will be available on June 19th, 2026. Here's a list of the game's destructive features from the developer, plus a trailer. Maybe that's also, let's check out the Steam page then. Okay, so that's, yeah, they grabbed from the description here. Ever wanted to be a giant monster rampaging through a city? Experience mindless chaos as you destroy all in your path, earning new abilities, new monsters, and new ways to wreak havoc. So yeah, they do have coming soon to early access, so it'll be going to early access. Destroy everyone and everything in your path as you grow. So we'll take a look at the trailer now before we go into that. Oh, Fleur says there is. Oh my god. And good morning to you too, Static. I hope your day is going well, sir. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's take a look here at this trailer. Let's see here. The part of me, I was almost wondering if I've already looked at something like this, but I don't think this was the same game. Thinking high. Seismic Slam upgrade. Nice. Become unstoppable. Some of the UI seeming a little... I mean, I guess you don't need a lot, but it seems awfully simplistic. You are the monster. Now they just have some of the screenshots that we already basically saw from the trailer itself. You get to choose, of course, like we already kind of could gather. You get to choose your monster. You have the Kraken, Deep Sea Behemoth, Origin. Woken from his decade-long slumber, it emerged from the ocean to annihilate the species that destroyed its home. Oh, and now just back to... So, a few weeks back on this, I did look into the whole, what was it? The Roblox Godzilla games that were on there. And, like, seeing some of this UI really quick is already kind of making me think of that. And I'm wondering if they kind of pulled some of that to make it but then pull it to make it as an independent game and with its own monsters and stuff like that. I'm really now kind of curious. Static saying audio volume is good, but you're clipping. Damn it. And hello, Wade. How are you doing today, sir? You saw no buildings destroyed. I guess that's kind of the... I mean, we saw the stores being destroyed here. I think, yeah, we just saw cars... hang on. I'm going back over it really quick. We gotta see if they are destroyed. There's a fence, not a building now. Yeah, you're right. We did not get building destroying action, but we do kind of. I think that's where this kind of comes in when you get the monster to be that huge. It's huge. Then you start destroying buildings. But yeah, you aren't wrong. We do not get to see actual building destruction. Well, now I'm kind of making out with my microphone to make sure it's not clipping out, because that might have been, it might have had it too far away for a moment there. But thank you. I'm glad to hear that I'm sounding fine now. I made the adjustments, I swear. Okay, so about this game, the city is your playground. Destroy everyone and everything in your path as you grow in size and power. So unfortunately, we did not get to see that later levels of your monster being ginormous, huge, and actually destroying buildings. So sadly, we got a little cucked on that one. But hopefully with some future trailers, we'll get to see that. Upgrade your abilities, level up and enhance your abilities in each playthrough to face off against police units, SWAT teams, tanks, jets, and more. Unleash your new. Okay, so this actually shows some of the other monsters down here. T-83, after being developed in a lab as an experimental bioweapon, it escaped into the city to seek food and wreak havoc. So, and then Enlil, which it doesn't give us any history, it just says demolish history. So that one doesn't give us anything, but we got the little bios for the Kraken and the T-83. Mature content description. The developers describe the content like this: depictions of violence and blood. We have no mention of AI, so we don't know if it's gonna have some AI slop in there, if there's already there or not. They did not disclose that, so that'll be an interesting thing to know for sure. But yeah, action, casual, single player, PvE, arcade, 3D. Like it is. You give me a giant monster, you give me a monster to destroy cities, I'll be there, dude. So that'll be kind of interesting. I'll be curious to see what it'll look like for early access. Cause like I said, if you saw when I looked over the Roblox Godzilla game, I'm seeing some similarities here between the two, so I'm kind of glad I looked over that stuff. But at the same time, I wish I hadn't, because now I've got that taint. But otherwise, it's so you do have humans killed. You have your threat level right there. It'll be curious to see when you see the full game, or at least part of the game, just to know. Wade saying it looks like Rampage. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, one way or another, I'm gonna be curious to check it out. And maybe through early access and everything, people can give some suggestions on the development and see what can be kind of done to kind of, I don't know if I want to say, the only thing I can think of is like jazz up the AI or the user interface just a little bit. Seems awfully plain for the style, but let's see here. Oh, we even have, hang on. Oh, so PC Gamer writes about "You Are the Monster." I don't know if they're going to have anything different than what Niche Gamer had. All right, let's take a look at this really quick. Because even Niche Gamer's article was pretty quick. And hello, Star Wars Marvel purist over on the Rumble side. How are you doing today, sir? Hope you're doing well. This city smashing monster sim is the first game I've ever played where my reward for beating a level is getting a nuke dropped on my head. Interesting. So they've gotten their hands on it. You Are the Monster is a simple, scrappy chunk of kaiju chaos. It's funny. Anyways, there are a few things more cathartic in this life than a video game that just lets you smash a load of stuff up. In that regard, You Are the Monster is about as pure as it gets. Pick a giant monster, get dropped into a city, and rampage across it. It is profoundly uncomplicated experience. Starting my first round as Kraken, sort of a cross between a lobster and an octopus in a minivan. At first, I think I must have missed a tutorial explaining the controls. No need for one. As it turns out, simply walking into things smashes them aside, whether they're cars, scenery, or civilians, such that I'd be hard-pressed to do anything without causing some kind of havoc. Civilians are understandably terrified at my approach, but at the same time are wonderfully terrible at getting out of the way. Everywhere I go, I find heaving crowds and traffic jams ready to maximize my trail of destruction. Perhaps they've all turned up to rubberneck. Go away. The more stuff I destroy, the more I level up, which unlocks, what else? More ways to destroy stuff. Each monster boasts 3 special attacks, which can then be further upgraded. At first, these abilities, which include things like a ground slam and that smashes everything around me, and a sprinting charge that knocks aside all intervening obstacles, feel like overkill, but when the city starts fighting back, they prove surprisingly vital. One thing that giant monsters apparently have in common with the GTA protagonist is a wanted level. The more stuff I destroy, the bigger the response from the authorities gets starting with police and SWAT teams and escalating until I'm fending off tanks, drones, snipers, and airstrikes. Big as I may be, I'm not invincible, and it's here that a bit of strategy does cut through the mindless smashing. Picking off dangerous opponents fast is key, but it's almost impossible to do so without taking any damage at all. I'm simply too large a target, so the other important thing is healing regularly, which you can only do by gathering health orbs, a rare drop from slain civilians. In practice, it comes down to picking and choosing the right times to use my special attacks and managing their fairly long cooldowns. Getting caught out without one available can be deadly. Again, here we see the choose your upgrade. Overdrive, increase the movement speed by 5%, or overgrowth, increase size by 10%. So that's where even that's how you can then get your character to be, much more of a large and destructive force, probably. Of course, they're useful for taking out dense groups of enemies, but often it makes sense to save some for quickly smashing through a crowd to recover when my health starts to dip. The Kraken's ability to suck people right into its maw like a big evil vacuum proves particularly clutch for that. With the right mix of aggression and caution, I managed to survive for a full 13 minutes of rampaging, completing the round. Turns out my reward for that is to get a nuclear bomb dropped on my head. A unique way of both ending the level and providing a bit of karmic balance for all of that murdering I've been doing. Clearly, there's no question I'm the bad guy in this scenario. What are you talking about? You're just a misunderstood monster, that's all. They just don't know. They just don't know. All in all, You Are the Monster is a pretty slight experience. Beating a run with a monster unlocks an endless mode for it, and hitting destruction milestones unlocks new monsters, but fundamentally, the simple core formula doesn't change much. Between the licensed assets and fairly bare bones offering, it's easy to tell that this is a scrappy one-man project. But good kaiju games are thin on the ground, and I appreciate the sheer directness of You Are the Monster. Even that title tells you exactly what you're getting in for, and there's something to be said for jumping right into the simple joy of causing chaos with no frills or fuss. And like an irradiated dinosaur, it may have a lot more growing to do from here. The plan is for the game to launch into early access on June 18th and receive about 6 months of polishing, quality of life improvements, and new features based on community feedback. My first suggestion, let's get some bigger monsters in there. Stepping on cars and tanks is fun, but stomping buildings would be even better. So yeah, it still sounds like, kind of like Flern was saying, how we didn't see any building destruction. It sounds like we might still be in store for that, and could do with some of those kind of updates. It'll be curious to see what early access is going to look like, how the game's going to be playing and handling. Like they say, it feels bare bones, but we'll see also just the state of it with early access potentially. And then, like they say, with community feedback and everything, this could develop into another good one. Maybe kind of like a Gigabash. That game has grown and grown and grown. And if I remember right, Gigabash even started out originally as a mod project for Godzilla Destroy All Monsters or something like that, and then it just evolved into its own thing. And now I think came full circle, and now now they have licensed Toho monsters that you can get, and they have Godzilla Destroyer. I mean, they even have Gamera in there now. But yeah, so I mean, it could be just another one of those things that grows and grows and gets. Oops. I'm just trying to get back to the Steam page. But I mean, who knows? It could pan out for this. It'd be cool to see. Cause yeah, even Gigabash. Like, as you can get Godzilla 4-pack, the 4 kaiju pack. Okay, it's got Kiryu, Mechagodzilla, Destroyer, Gigan, and Godzilla. And I know that they also have, let's see, where was, I could have sworn they had one with more. Oh yeah, the Godzilla Nemesis pack, which gets you King Ghidorah and Hedorah. So we'll see how this You Are the Monster pans out. I could see people modding it and getting you Godzilla. That'll be kind of cool if people do that. But for now, it'll be like I said, I'm curious to see what early access is going to look like. And yeah, you give me a game where I get to, destroy shit as a monster, I'm there, dude. Florence says, I'd rather see this with cutting edge destructible environments rather than bare bones indie. I need more kaiju spectacle. I understand that, and that's where it can be a good. The advantage sometimes of things like early access gives an indie developer the ability to polish up and make it a destructible spectacle. But I understand what you mean by what you're talking about, and it would be great. I would love to see more, but unfortunately, I think it's just too niche. Too much of a niche market, because I personally loved and enjoyed the PlayStation 4 Godzilla game. I still want an open world style game, especially for Godzilla, to be able to, you know, even travel, go not only destroy the whole of Japan, but if I want, swim across the coast and go over and destroy America, destroy other countries as I see fit and I want to. So that would be, I wish I could get something like that. Still haven't to this day, but like it was, I took what I could with the Godzilla PlayStation game, on the PS4. I enjoyed it. I understand people's problems with it because it is kind of clunky, and it's just all theme park set pieces than an actual like. And some people really like the Godzilla like destroy all monsters, the fighting games and stuff like that, and that's great. And you kind of do some monster fighting, but it is very, very slow. It would be like, you know, it is like setting up a Godzilla movie basically. So personally, I would love it. It would be great just to have something like that. And I don't want myself. I don't like. I enjoy the hell out of Giga Bash, but that's just a straight up fighter. I would like a open world destruction monster mash. Give me that. Like that level of detail, yeah, Flern. He's saying like a Microsoft simulator, but with Godzilla. Absolutely, I would love that. I'd be all in. So that would be awesome. But for right now, I mean, we just gotta kind of keep an eye out and see what trickles out, and hopefully somewhere down the line, you know, we'll maybe get something more if it picks up steam. But for right now, like it is, I'm keeping an eye on projects like this. I gotta look for more just to see what else is out there, because I know I found, like, I want to say I talked about another one like similar to this, but I don't remember what it was called, and I haven't been able to see the I don't know if I clipped it out or not, so I was very confused. But I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. This has been fun. We went over some of those trailers from PlayStation. If you missed it, you can always roll it back and also hear me kind of crash, kind of spaz and freak, and just kind of have a moment of the hell with the fighting games that we looked at. I took that much harder than I did the stupid Wolverine game, which again, like I said, if it's your thing, it's your thing. I'm just like, I'd rather go back and play X-Men Origins. So otherwise, yeah, this has been fun. Thank you everybody who has showed up, who has been in the chat. Keep an eye out. I don't know about today though, because we're finally getting our refrigerator, so I might be busy waiting and preparing for the delivery and stuff. But I do want to get back to more Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Also, I've unprivated my Batman Arkham Asylum playthrough, and I'm gonna re-add on the Batman Arkham Origins playthroughs, because I did that as well, because I want to gear up and also get to Arkham City. I originally kind of held off because Static was supposed to be going through that, and he stopped eventually, so I will pick back up the torch and I will get to that. And it'll be good anyways, because I want to play through that series again anyways, so that'll be good. And especially then to get to Arkham Knight, because it's been a hot minute since I've played that. But again, thank you everybody who's dropped by. Thank you, Star Wars Marvel Purists. It's been a while, dude, but thanks for dropping on into the chat there over on the Rumble side. Remember, folks, I have things set up. If you don't like YouTube, I understand. I have things set up to stream on Rumble, Odyssey, and if you especially want an open, a free speech location for your chat, Odyssey is the place. because even Rumble has its censorships of the chat. Granted, not for the person streaming, but for the chat, there is those issues. But like it is, I've got that. I've got Kick, and we all know Twitch is its problem. And of course, I'm here on YouTube. Pick your situation. Pick your favorite, whatever you prefer. Also, just as a heads up. Anyways, though, also thank you, Flern, for being here. Real Wade Nation Gaming, Static, thank you for dropping by, sir. We had, of course, Joker's voice in at the early on with the Wolverine trailer, and also thank you, New York, Florida man, for all of you for dropping by. I always appreciate it. And later to you too, Flern. Hope you all have a great day. I will catch y'all later. Bye bye.